What part of your persuasive speech will you use to claim your position? A. Central idea. B. Thesis statement. C. Specific purpose. D. Attention getter. What part of a reflective essay shares either directly or indirectly what the overall focus of the reflection will be? A. Introduction. B. Body. C. Reflection. D. Conclusion. Which of the following is an example of homographs? A. Right, right. B. Fine, fine. C. Accept, accept. D. To, to. What is the best way to describe Gawain's character? A. Fearless and excitable. B. Careless and frigid. C. Spiritual and careful. D. Cowardly and apathetic. Which two aspects are important when organizing a compare and contrast essay? A. Presenting the information by most important to least important or by oldest newest. B. Presenting the information by points of comparison or by topics. How can diction affect a story's tone? A. By choosing simple words, the author might make it easier for the reader to understand. B. By choosing words that evoke a certain kind of feeling, the writer reveals their attitude towards their subject. How does Chaucer highlight the corruption in the Catholic Church through the actions of the pardoner? A. By claiming to lead a life of celibacy. B. By selling indulgences to parishioners. C. By supplying the sacraments to anyone. D. By offering pardons following confession. Which type of logical fallacy is illustrated below? The moon is made of cheese because it looks like cheese and no one has ever eaten the moon. A. Apple to emotion. B. Apple to wisdom. C. Apple to ignorance. A speech to argue for or against something is written to the audience. A. Persuade. B. Education. C. Inform. D. Negotiate. What is analysis? A. Your reaction to nonfiction. B. Thinking about information in an objective manner. C. Paying close attention to grammar, spelling, and mechanics. D. How you feel about information presented in nonfiction. A summary can include all of the following except A. A brief quotation from the source. B. A condensed version of the work, idea, or proposal in your own words. C. An outline of the source. Why is 19th century Cinderella not an example of a strong woman? A. She is always having things happen to her. She has no control over any of the events in her story. B. Her mother dies early in the story. C. She can't lift anything on her own. If the books have been cataloged last week, why haven't they been placed on the shelf? A. Have been cataloged. B. Would have been cataloged. C. Was cataloged. D. Were cataloged. Even if there are only minute changes to a character's persona, authors will typically include some amount of character development to A. Prevent boredom and reflect growth. B. Lengthen the story and prevent boredom. C. Reflect growth and lengthen the story. Of the rainbow were against the bright blue sky. A. Textures, clear. B. Hues, vivid. C. Alabaster, bright. D. Line, dark. Which of the following sentences has a synonym for inconsistent? A. The sea is so tranquil that there is not a single wave on the horizon. B. The capricious winds today are shifting so much that our kite-flying adventure may be doomed to fail. Which of the following is an example of a primary source? A. Narration. B. Textbook. C. Documentary. D. Diary. What is not a good reason to conclude with personal reflection? A. To explore your feelings. B. To help yourself understand your experience. C. To help the reader understand. D. To impress your readers with how smart you are. Which of the following is the best approach to take when writing body paragraphs to create an essay? A. First relate the result and then back up and add details. B. First the main point, then follow with a chronological and clear explanation. Authors use flashbacks as a means of adding only the new characters to the story each time it is used. B. Background information in the present events of the story. Why is the word who important to the following dependent clause? The man who had it all eventually lost everything. A. Because it is a relative pronoun that connects the dependent clause who had it all. B. Because it is a relative pronoun that connects the independent clause who had it all. Barbara is planning on giving a speech at her annual work awards. Before the event, Barbara visits the venue to check on the stage setup, the number of tables, and how the room is configured. What type of analysis is Barbara conducting? A. The situation. B. Psychographics. Which of the following examples represents the comparative form of the adjective good? A. Better. B. Worse. C. Gooder. D. Best. Net's narrative leads up to the most important moment of her story when she first saw the face of her newborn child. This type of moment in a narrative is known as the A. Climax. B. Key context. C. Cliffhanger. If you can't come up with an original idea while writing an essay, A. You should make sure that the argument you choose is well-researched and full of strong examples. B. Choose an unoriginal topic. Using inductive validity, which is the most likely answer to the following questions? Shelley always seems happy. Shelley will seem what today? A. People have mistaken Shelley's cues. She can't be that happy. B. We can reasonably conclude that Shelley will be happy. Your friend is eager for lunch and says, "I'm so hungry I could eat an elephant." This is an example of A. A pun. B. A hyperbole. C. An idiom. At the time that Margaret Chase Smith delivered the Declaration of Conscience to the Senate, who was the President of the U.S.? A. Dwight D. Eisenhower. B. Harry S. Truman. C. Lyndon B. Johnson. Aubrey is putting together her small business's quarterly report and has decided to include some pie charts to help explain the recent sales data and future projections. This is an example of what visual role? A. Keeping a receiver's attention. B. Summarizing information. Which of the following equations have infinitely many solutions? A. 3, 2x5 equals 6x15. B. 4 times minus 8 is equal to 12. C. 5 equals 10x15. D. 7x equals 2x plus 35. Which of the following choices names the foods that bats eat? A. Fox, pets, cats, dogs. B. Mice, blood, fish, insects. C. Noses, teeth, claws, legs. D. Flowers, seeds, nuts, grass. Steve had to pay a library fee. The amount he paid is shown below. How much did he pay? A. $2.84. B. $2.59. C. $2.74. D. $2.69. Where is the Bar M Bar Ranch? A. Cheyenne, Wyoming. B. The Snowy Mountains. C. Laramie, Wyoming. D. The Laramie Mountains. The number of customers in a new restaurant is given in the table below. Part A. How many customers should be expected in week 4? A. 225. B. 230. C. 200. The underlined word mortal mean? A. Recuperative. B. Painful. C. Fatal. D. Risky. Edward spins the spinner below 3 times. If the spinner lands on a different number each time, what is the highest total he could get? A. 44. B. 54. C. 64. Which word would be a good substitute for anticipation in paragraph 1? A. Fear. B. Disgust. C. Nervousness. D. Insomnia. Who is telling this story? A. Josh. B. Coach Adams. C. Mr. Bradley. D. A narrator. Which word would be a good substitute for the conference in paragraph 6? A. League. B. Town. C. Important. D. Annual. What is the main theme of this story? A. Football is fun but dangerous. B. You can count on teammates when you're down. C. People should quit playing football and concentrate on schoolwork. D. Our health is more important than a football game. In paragraph 11, what does ensued mean? A. Flowed. B. Jolted. C. Followed. D. Disrupted. What will it cost to carpet a room with indoor-outdoor carpet if the room is 10 feet wide and 12 feet long? The carpet costs $12.51 per square yard. A. $166.80. B. $175.90. C. $184.30. The interior temperatures of even the coolest stars are measured in millions of degrees. A. Coolest. B. Of even. C. Are measured. D. In millions. Hours of driving laid ahead of us. A. Laid. B. Have lain. C. Lay. D. Has lay. An instrument store gives a 10% discount to all students off the original cost of an instrument. During a back-to-school sale, an additional 15% is taken off the discounted price. Julie, a student at the local high school, purchases a flute for $306. How much did it originally cost? A. $375. B. $400. The poisonous gases were not in the air. A. Able to float. B. Visible. C. Able to evaporate. D. Invisible. The Curie's collaboration helped to unlock the secrets of the atom. A. Friendly. B. Competitive. C. Courteous. D. Industrious. Marie had a bright mind and a personality. A. Strong. B. Light-hearted. C. Humorous. D. Strange. When she learned that she could not attend the university in Warsaw, she felt A. Hopeless. B. Annoyed. C. Depressed. D. Worried. Marie by leaving Poland and traveling to France to enter the Sorbonne. A. Challenged authority. B. Showed intelligence. C. Behaved. She remembered their joy together. A. Dejectedly. B. Worried. C. Tearfully. Her began to fade when she returned to the Sorbonne to succeed her husband. A. Misfortune. B. Anger. C. Wretchedness. D. Disappointment. Even though she became fatally ill from working with radium, Marie Curie was never A. Troubled. B. Worried. C. Wretchedness.